Yes, I've just spoken about the hard road that I walked, and I got to a point where I said to myself, you know what, I can't take this anymore. I said to myself, you know what, enough's enough. This is not who I am. This is not how people know me to be. So I need to, not just for myself, not for anyone else, not for my family, but for my kids, or for my kid, my son. I needed him to see me and look at me in a whole different way. So I needed to make some changes. Look, this earnestness, this desire to change that came, and it came in a very strong way. But the idea was there, but I was still drugging.
Okay.
The idea was there, but I was still smoking and drinking, and the idea was there, but I was still in a bad place. So how to get out? I've tried rehab, been to church, I put on this mask of deceit where I would tell myself that this is what I want, and people who were even willing to help me, I would find myself disappointing them as well, because I could not shake the craving. I always wanted a fix. I always found my way back. And I always found my way disappointing someone.
It's like a repeat over and over.
The repetition was there, man. It was hard. It was annoying. People started getting tired of me, man. They started giving up on me, and I realized that, you know what, eventually what's going to happen is that I might just give up on myself. And to find when I think the worst thing for me was the look on people's faces, that revolt, that sort of reject. That rejection, that look of disgust and rejection was just the worst. Literally, when people saw me coming from a distance, they would literally get up and walk away. And some of my friends would be that way, because I started becoming aggressive. I started robbing people and taking what I felt, what I needed. So it got to that point, and like I remember this so clearly. I literally left the G. I was in the ghettos, and I came down the line, and I had about $700 on me, and I cleared out my attic in the morning. I went to the lands, sold some scrap, and I came out with a hell of a lot of money, because I had like a box of brass stuff. And it came out to quite a bit of cash. I think it was $600-700, something around there. And I literally said to myself, you know what, today, if I don't kill myself smoking this little bit that I have, then today is where it ends. So I said to myself, I'm gonna get numb out of my mind. I'm gonna go to my bras, I'm gonna chill with my homie Lazy. We're gonna sit, I'm gonna get numb, going home from here, and I'm never coming back. And I literally did my thing, as high as I felt possible, and I went straight home. And I remember my mom's a pensioner, so she's, I remember clearly that she was at home. And I went, and I was like, I had my own room, and I always had a lock on my door, so I hadn't eaten the whole day. And I went to my mom and I was like, Mom, take these keys and lock me in this room and do not let me out of here, no matter what. I looked at her dead in her face and I said to her, no matter how hard I cry or how hard I scream and cry, no matter what I do, no matter what I say to you, I've got a bucket here, I've got water, I had a big bottle of empty Valkyrie bottle. We had water in there before, we had bought from Pick and Pay and whatever. I just grabbed that and I filled up with some water, and I had a bucket there, and I was like, okay, I'm not leaving this room. And my mom agreed. She didn't say anything to me. She didn't give me those lectures that she used to give me. I always used to like, yeah, I don't want to hear it, whatever the case. she chose on that day, and I can guarantee you, I can almost guarantee you that she would always find a way to encourage me, always find a way to tell me how she felt. If she was disappointed, if she was angry, she would vent. She would tell me how she felt about me, because I put her through a lot, man. I stole from her, I manipulated her, I done so much to my mother, and she never ever left my side. She never ever neglected me. She never ever threw me away. Not once, not ever, not once.
Wow.
Never ever kicked me out of the home, no matter how many things I walked out of that house with. She never ever let me go. She stayed with me no matter what. And so yeah, man, she locked me in the room, and bro, I can remember that. It was 3 days I stayed in that room with no food. I tried and eat, I couldn't eat. I didn't eat. I barely slept. I tossed and turned. I survived on allergics. I didn't have no methadone. I had nothing. I stayed in there raw to my rags. I sweated out for 3 days. And since then, I've been clean.
Wow.
I never left that room. I never, tried. Look, I can't say that I've been, I was clean for 3 years. I can't say that I haven't been clean totally.
Okay.
I have had some ups and downs.
But that part of your life was the turning point.
That part of my
recovery
life was my turning point.
of the depth of where you were, that you felt like everybody, how they thought of you and everything. So the healing actually did start on that day where you made that choice, like today's today. No matter what, like you said, and you spoke to your mom.
Yes.
I mean, that is, part of the healing of the fact that this is it. I can't do anymore. So you had to make that change at that time.
And it had to come directly from me.
Wow.
And that's with any person who is on drugs or any kind of substance or any kind of cosmetic or synthetic drug that they are taking, whether it's prescription or not, whether it's illegal or not, you're on it and you have a choice to make, and it can only come from you. And that's borderline, bro. I mean, that's the thing that will ultimately draw the line in the sand for your life. What you profess, what you confess with your own mouth and believing in your own mind will come to pass. It's biblical, it's there, and that's the only thing that changed my life. No doctor, no addiction specialist, no institute or rehabilitation center changed my life. But believing in who I am and what I'm capable of, and understanding that there is a will inside of me that can carry me through anything that I focus and put my mind to. And the minute I said to myself, you know what, I'm going to make a right about turn with my life. And the minute I chose to make that choice, and this time believe it in my own mind, and not just saying it because, I'm tired of seeing my mom crying, or aren't you tired of the tears your mother's crying, on all those things that people say to try and make you feel bad about what you're doing, because they seemingly want you to change, but they don't actually care about you that much, that they will see your change through, that will actually literally hold your hand and carry you through the struggle that you're going through. There was never that person in my life who actually did that. It was my family who stuck by me, who never stopped praying for me, who always believed that there can be some kind of change within me, and it'll come one day. So they never gave up on me, they never threw me away, they never rejected me, they always welcomed me back. No matter what bad I did to them, or how I disappointed them, or how I embarrassed them or disgraced them, how I walked on the road in rags, being not who I'm supposed to be. They never ever took anything away from me. They always poured positivity into my life. Yes, I would get the shoutings, the beatings, we fought, we cried, we argued, we slammed doors, we ran away, we never speak. We did a lot. It was all there. It was everything all balled up into one, and it came in real time, in real people's lives, affecting or impacting real people, community and family. And that all came from marriage, my brother, so it was real to me, it was substance to me, it was what brought me to my refinement now. And I think using all of that, everything that I found or felt negative in my life, all unsuppressed feelings, things that weren't dealt with in my past, memories of an abusive dad to my mom, struggling, no clothes, no food, no lights, everything, probably a lot that I didn't speak about in the beginning of the interview, but there was so much within my life that maybe in another interview, but that was detrimental to the choices that I made and how they affected the choices that I made. A lot of people been through similar circumstances would have chose to use that as fuel from the beginning, and find something positive in that, and find a good life out of it, using that as their driving force to get a better life. I didn't. I chose negativity, rebellion. I chose drugs. I chose friends over a better or a good life or a positive upbringing. I chose to be on the streets. I chose Marrenridge to be my community where I find my peace in my way of dealing with however I chose to deal with my life. And that was all boiled down to a choice which I made, a choice which brought the negativity and brought out my change. Yeah, okay, so I moved here to Johannesburg, and I stayed with my sister, and as I said, they were kind enough to open up their home to me, and just to give me a place to stay so that I can sort of find level ground for me to basically start up again. Look, while I was here, obviously there were some ground rules and stuff that I had to sort of put in place, with the help of my sister, just to try and just guide me through whatever I'm going through. You must know that I'm newly recovered, it's still in the early stages, and anything could spark a relapse or basically put me back into the situation that I was in before. So look, it was tough at first, it's not easy just to say, no, I am clean, but it's a different thing living a clean life. It's easy enough saying it, but to actually go through it is a totally different ballgame altogether. It's Schedule 6 medication, it's eating right, it's going to the gym, it's you must know that when I came to Johannesburg, I was weighing 45 kgs. Okay, so I didn't take not one picture because I didn't look good at all. I didn't look good at all. So I had to recondition my own life, not just physically, not just mentally, but an overall change. So it was my diet, it was my routine, it was everything that I did, and obviously the medication that I had to take. So I was on methadone. I used to have about 100 mils a month, or 1,000 mils a month if you add it up in milligrams or whatever. So I had to have prescriptions set for me every month. I had sleepless nights. My teeth were falling out. So in other words, what I'm trying to explain to you is that the drugs did a lot of damage, physical damage to my body. Muscle deterioration. I was diagnosed impotent. I could not make children, but we serve a God that changes a lot of things that doctors say to you, a lot of things that people can sort of ridicule you with, or ridicule your mind or your condition or whatever. So my family was invested a lot in me. My sister Vizanda overseas, she spent a lot of money on my rehabilitation, on medication and everything that I had to do to sort of recondition my whole life. So I had support there. My family supported me through everything that I've been through, through my change. So look, I also got a job, so I could sort of change my appearance. I turned every aspect of my life had to be changed, had to be monitored, had to be reconditioned. So it was tough, it wasn't easy, the medication made me lethargic. I used to smoke a lot of cigarettes because of the effects of the medication. So that used to make me sick a lot. I used to throw up a lot. Yes, in a nutshell, it just wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, but I found God, I got saved, You know, I started serving the Lord, I started praying, I started building my spiritual life, and that made it all the more easier. And 3 months into being in Johannesburg, I was supposed to take my medication every day for the next 3 to 4 years. After I got saved, within 3 months, so 6 months into taking my medication, I stopped completely. So I didn't take the medication anymore. I didn't rely on sleeping tablets and Suboxone and Seroquel and Methadone and all those things that I had to take in order to get me through a day, and smoking maybe 10 to 15 cigarettes a day to get me through the day. I had stopped everything completely. Well, I would definitely like to thank the Lord above for giving me the strength to be where I am now, and for my wife, for bringing me my wife in my life. And I think that if I did not meet my wife and have family to support me through my journey, I don't think that I would be here. So yeah.
I firstly want to say greetings to all. I like to thank God for a great man that He's brought into my life. You know, for the positiveness that He's, you know, given to me. Even when I'm down, He lifts me up. Also for the encouragement. Although at times we can be stubborn as women, but you know, when you have a man that's there to stand by you, no matter what the situation is, no matter what the circumstances is. I thank God for him. He's loving, he's a great father, you know, to our kids. And he's a believer, and that's what highlights it all, because he trusts in God and he believes in God, no matter when we fail or we fall, but he still continues to strive for the best.